All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So today I'm going to go ahead and bring you the Pixel 7a first impressions. Now, I actually had ordered this direct from Google, and then once I found out that Best Buy local stores had all the colors, I went on ahead and grabbed it. So I just canceled my order with Google and decided to go ahead and grab it locally at a Best Buy since they had them all. So a real brief rundown. The coral color is a color that apparently looks like it's just available on the, when I did some checking, it looks like the coral color is exclusive to Google's website. If you decide you wanted to get the coral, you're going to have to go through Google's website. But you can get this sea color at Best Buy. I'll leave a link down below. And then you can get the other colors called snow. And then you obviously have the charcoal color as well. But this is the sea color. Beautiful blue color. And pretty much the specs on this are just a hair different than the 6A, but in a good way. So you still have a 1080p OLED display with 429 pixels per inch. You still got the 20:9 aspect ratio. You have a scratch resistant Corning Gorilla Glass 3 on here now. Yes, this is still Corning Gorilla Glass 3. But my 6A is holding up well. I put a screen protector on it, and I'll probably do the same for this. Because it has the same size screen, so I might be able to use these same screen protectors that I purchased for that one if I can actually find them. But nonetheless, you've got the 90 hertz display. Now, that is one thing that is different. You do get a 90 hertz display versus the 60 hertz display. And, you know, that's something that a lot of people kind of was wondering, you know, hey, they're jacking the price up, but they're in fact giving you a little bit extra for that money. So, and I'm not justifying the price, but we'll get to that in a second. But this does have a 90 hertz display matching the Pixel 7's display at 90 hertz. And it is HDR support, always on display. You've got the now playing at a glance and all those things that are on the Pixels. Now, this one actually goes down in battery size, but still a little bit more than the Pixel 7. This has a 4385 opposed to the 4410 that's in last year's Pixel 6a. Another thing this picks up is wireless charging. That is something that a lot of people really enjoy. They seem to like that. And I think it's something that you should probably take note of. You do have IP67 on here, just like the Pixel 6a, but this gets an upgrade in RAM. You actually have DDR5 RAM at 8 gigs of RAM. This also has the Tensor G2 chip. So the Google Tensor G2 is the same thing that's in the Pixel 7, and that's important. Now, one of the biggest jumps that they've given to this device is the camera. This actually has a 64 megapixel quad pixel camera on the back. So quad PD, dual pixel autofocus, obviously, and you've got the f1.89 aperture on the back of this thing. So that is going to be a little bit better. You've got an 80 field of view for the camera instead of 77 like the Pixel 6a. And then also the front camera got an upgrade as well. I'll get to that in a second. But also with that 64 megapixel camera, you also get a 13 megapixel ultra wide angle lens on the back with 120 field of view, 120 degrees field of view, unlike the Pixel 6a, which is 114. And then again, onto the front, you have a 13 megapixel shooter on the front at f2.2, opposed to the 8 megapixel camera on the front of the Pixel 6a. And it also has an ultra wide view of 95 degrees, opposed to the 84 degrees on the front pixel of the front of the 6a. So a few differences there. One last thing is you have long exposure on this device now, and the 6a doesn't have that. So I think that's pretty much going to make it a little different here. I want to give you a complete spec rundown before I crack the box open, because folks, there's really honestly nothing to an unboxing, but I have yet to see this color in person. So obviously I'm a little ecstatic about, oh, wait, I have added another blue device to my fleet. Now my blue phones are all over the place, so I'll do another video with all my blue phones. But this is beautiful in person, folks. I didn't know what to expect, but I can tell you, you are going to be extremely pleased if you grab the C color. You're going to love this. If you like blue is my favorite color. If you like blue, this is going to please you a lot. And obviously in the box here, you just get the SIM tray ejection tool, and then you get the charging sync cable and a transfer cable there. This is beautiful. Google did a phenomenal job with this device right here, man. And I mean, just taking a look around the sides here. You've got the power button here, volume rocker, and then you've got two antenna lines right there, kind of mirroring the wraparound of the camera module, which I think is pretty cool. And then you have two more antenna lines on the top here. You've got a microphone on this side. And again, the antenna lines wrap around this side. Then you got your SIM tray, and then your antenna line here, and then on the bottom here, you've got one antenna line, and that is important to note with your speakers out and your Type-C there. Now, this does have an in-screen fingerprint reader, and you can see your volume and power that are labeled there. But we're going to go ahead and peel this off. I'll put the screen protector on later. So on the first boot, I've learned that a lot of these phones, you have to hold it for a second, man, before it even tries to start up. For some reason, that's just like, yep, there it is. You got to hold it for a little bit of time. So I'll bring in some other phones here, some of the A line. I don't have my 3A, but other than that, I do have the 4A, the 6A, and the 5A, and here they are. So you know, looking at them here, the 6A is pretty much exactly like this device as far as size goes, so you'll love that. There's your boot up. But here it is. I know I have a skin on my Pixel 6A, but it's a little bit, this design on the back now mirrors the current design of Pixels. So let me get my 7A, or excuse me, my 7. Where's my 7? Got phones everywhere. All right, let me clean up my 7. This design, as you can see, has a bigger top on it. Here is the 7. And this is more along the lines of the 7's design with the bigger top portion, but you still get that smaller bar for the 6A. So, excuse me, the 7A. And then also you've got a little bit, just pretty much the same design here going on. As you can see, the power button and the volume rocker have moved down slightly. They've moved down a little bit on the 7A. 6A, they're a little bit up more, and you've got different antenna lines there. Matching the antenna lines there, but they've moved the antenna lines to give you definitely better service. And you've got an antenna line, 2 more here, and then 1 there. And then the SIM tray seems to be in the same spot. And then we flip it over here. This looks identical on the bottom. So this C color for the Pixel is, in fact, I knew it would be my favorite because I like the color blue. It is beautiful. So here it is next to the 6A. And the bar on here is the same size as the 6A. It's moved down a little bit to mirror more of the design of the current 7 lineup. So there it is with the 6A. And then obviously the 5A is roughly just a little bit bigger because it does have a bigger display, but that's the 5A, the famous 5A. I don't think I'll ever get rid of the A lineup. It's just too good. And then here's the baby cousin here, the baby brother, the 4A. And again, I don't have my 3A anymore. I wish I had kept my 3A, but I didn't for some reason. I don't know why I got rid of it back in the day. But there it is, folks. The Pixel 7A is going into rotation, and I gotta tell you, if you love the color blue, like a powder blue, this bar, it just makes me not want to skin this at all or anything. I'll probably put like a deep blue skin on here, a blue skin is the color of this. I have to reach out to SophieGuard.com and see what they can do for me. But other than that, I think I'll just leave this like this. I've got some cases coming in, excuse me, I've got cases coming in that I'll probably wear when I'm outside. But other than that, I'm going to be rocking this out as I take my SIM card out of my S23 Ultra. Here's the blue next to the Ultra. My 14 Plus is in the other room. And then I'll be giving you some more blue phones here in a little bit in another video. But these blues are always all different, man. So there it is, man. The Pixel 7A, beautiful, beautiful phone in person. And I'm going to go ahead and get it set up, get my phone transferred over. And we're going to start this journey here with the 7A until my Pixel Fold comes in. So, and then I'm going to just move this to the second SIM slot, and I'll continue on with the Pixel Fold as my primary. You know the deal. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Wow, that is beautiful.